YouTubers, and welcome to yet another episode. We're into the 15th episode now of this FIFA 17 Burnley Career Mode, and we've got some terrific games coming up in the next... We conclude March with two games coming up against Liverpool and Sunderland. They're both away from home, and then the final game is the start of the game, in this particular episode, is the start of April, where we take on Tottenham at Turf Moor. So 3 terrific games to hopefully come your way and enjoy this afternoon. So we are looking very good at the moment. We're just waiting. We are in and around that reaches of the top 4. Now the Tottenham game a little bit later on, considering what results we might get against Liverpool and Sunderland in the first two games, could determine how we go about it against Spurs. We have to win the game regardless, I think, against Spurs. I think Anfield's going to be a tricky one, but you don't know. I mean, football's got a funny way of, we've done this season on professional mode, so there's been no half measures, as you can see there. Spurs is our third game, and then comes Stoke, Middlesbrough, amongst others. We start the episode in 5th place. Now we're 5 points off a Champions League place. We're 6 points behind Spurs going into these games. So it was important that we got at least 6 points at least from these two episodes in this episode. It would be brilliant. The Sunderland trip is always a tough one. A trip to Anfield is always tough, and that's where we're going first. We're going to Merseyside, we're going to Anfield, and we're going to play Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. You're going to this game lying 8th place, trail us by about 6 or 7 points. They could close the gap with a win, or we could go further ahead with a win. So I was in the commentary box at Anfield to find out whether the Clarets could keep their good winning run going against Liverpool. Welcome to Anfield as you never walk alone. Glasses on, the 10-eye. There's Jurgen Klopp, the Liverpool manager. Burnley have got a good away record at the moment with 25 points from their 13 games so far tonight. Can they keep it going here at a rocking Anfield? As I say, no, you never walk alone is the famous Anfield theme, and what an atmosphere it's going to be. There's John Stutzy, the Burnley manager. Let's have a look at that Liverpool lineup. Alex Manninger surprisingly gets a shot in goal tonight. Obviously there's no goalkeeper. Ex-Burnley man Danny Ings is amongst the substitutes. Danny Sturridge, Coutinho and Manny are the front three. A real tough proposition for Burnley this evening. And what about Burnley then? And John Stutzy has done a tremendous job in galvanising them, getting them within about 5 points of a Champions League spot. And this is decided he's gone with Sam Vokes preferred to Marcus Rashford. Obviously Balotelli's still out, so he can't have a reunion against his old team. Otherwise it's up and changed. Henrik and Kimmich up the midfield too. The referee is Anthony Taylor from Manchester. So Anfield looking splendid as ever. It's been it's a nippy evening. There's been a bit of a rain. There's been quite a little bit of rain in the air, but we're underway. Liverpool, of course, need I tell you in red, all red tonight, and they're going to attack the Kop in the first half. With Daniel Sturridge now, and it's cut out there by Kimmich, but it's given away now to Lucas Leiva. Chance here for Liverpool to bundle forward, but that's an easy one for Tom Heaton. Liverpool won 3-0 in the earlier game, you might recall, at Turf Moor, and a marvellous performance it was by Liverpool. But here is Montero, decent cross and a chance and a goal! It's Sam Vokes! We've only been going 6 minutes, and what a lovely goal! Jefferson Montero with a wonderful cross, and in came Sammy Vokes to nod into the net. And Burnley have made the best possible start here at Anfield. 6 minutes gone, and it's Sam Vokes with his 5th goal of the season. Sturridge. And again, good tackles there. Kimmich lost it and then gave it away to Henderson. Now it's Coutinho, and he gets the shot in, and it's a very well comfortable save for Tom Heaton, the Burnley captain. What a first 10 minutes we're going to have ourselves here. Here's Rashford, on loan of course on a 2-year loan deal from Manchester United. The tackle there by Klein to yield a throw off Jefferson Montero. And it's come here for Jeff Henrique. He might try one here. Remember, he scored a terrific goal against Manchester United in a league game here earlier on. And here he comes again! Oh, he did his own man, who's offside anyway. Just as he sits there, nonchalantly hands on hips. Sam Vokes, who was about 2-3 yards offside. Henrik. Montero again. Oh, it's Roberts. It's actually Andy Robertson. Good run this. Robertson's cross. Danger here. And in the end, Liverpool survive. Well, that could have been a remarkable fillip for Burnley anyway. But they might still come forward here. Kimmich. And Vokes is in the clear. What a chance for Vokes. Oh, what a lovely goal that is. And the travelling Burnley fans, 3,000 of them, are going absolutely wild. Kimmich playing the ball in, and Sam Vokes. What a strike with his right foot. Well, the man who's come in for the injured Balotelli has really done terrifically well since coming back into the side. It's 2-0 now to Burnley, and Sam Vokes has got them both. And Burnley 2 goals clear. Start of the second half. Substitution. Jeff Henrique is being replaced by Stephen Defoe at the start of the second half. Substitutions incidentally were made at half time by Liverpool, so obviously Klopp's sticking with what he's got at the moment, but they're looking to come forward now with Jordan Henderson. Well, they were certainly outplayed, I thought, in the first half. Here's Coutinho. That's better. Sturridge is up ahead. And still Coutinho. That's a good try and a good save by Tom Heaton. He's keeping going in the second half at the Anfield Road end. And the Burnley fans behind that goal are in a very close-up view of that save. That was a quite remarkable piece of goalkeeping. Substitution. Will Hughes is going to replace Stephen Defoe. He's actually picked up a knock, which is why Will Hughes is coming on. It's disappointing, really. He only lasted something like 20 minutes there, Stephen Defoe. Let's hope that knock is nothing too serious. Just a precautionary measure. So Will Hughes will obviously slot in alongside Kimmich. So we've had all 4 Burnley centre midfielders play now in the same game, which hasn't obviously happened too much. The referee's given a free kick there, I think, for a foul. And Danny Ings, the former Claret, is going to come on and replace Danny Sturridge in the last 25 minutes of play. It's amazing that Danny Ings hasn't really gone in the side enough, which is a bit of a shame, really, because I think he's a top quality striker and I think he deserves more than I think he deserves better than that. The Clarets obviously giving him a good round of applause. They don't forget, the Burnley fans, what Danny Ings did at that club for many, many years. Got them promoted in 3 years ago. Here's Manny. Oh, that's a good run, and Manny again, good ball in, and still a chance, and Ings with a chance to put, and in fact it was behind Ings, and it was actually Coutinho going in at the back post. So Sadio Manny with a wonderful cross there, and it actually hit the outside of the post. Rashford. Still Rashford, oh that's a lovely run, it's Marcus Rashford, and over the top it goes. Great opportunity there for Burnley to extend the lead to 3. Struck it well, Marcus Rashford, but just couldn't keep it down. John Stutzy will probably be thinking the same thing, I would have thought. 13 to play. Liverpool 0, Burnley 2. Here's Manny now. He's only got himself up into support and he scored terrifically. Well, we've got a game on now for the last 10 minutes at Anfield as Manny pulls one back. And this really now sets up the second half. The climax anyway. Side foots it beyond Tom Heaton and into the far corner of the net. Keane couldn't get there in time. And Tom Heaton had to press as soon as Bunny struck it. And Jurgen Klopp's team have a lifeline. Anfield is erupted again. And Sadio Mane has now pulled it back to 2-1. Into the last minute of the game. It's been a decent match in the lights at Anfield, but it's Burnley who are taking the spoils. But here's Milner, still Milner. He's going all the way. Good save. Excellent piece of goalkeeping there from Heaton. Had to be. It just had to be. We're into stoppage time. There were 4 minutes allocated. Here's Hughes, and he's got away from his man, and he just tried to take on one or cover too many. But it doesn't matter because the full-time whistle's gone at Anfield. And what a famous victory for the Clarets of Burnley. Jurgen Klopp sporting in defeat. 2 goals from Sam Vokes were the difference. Sadio Mane pulled one back for Liverpool to make it 2-1. But in the end, it was that man's goals that were the difference. Not Mane, but Sam Vokes before that. Final score here at Anfield. It's finished Liverpool 1. Good victory there for Burnley. 2-1 winners at Anfield. It was always going to be a tough old ask. But Sam Vokes answered the battle cry superbly. It was certainly a very good victory. But what it does mean now, we now stay in 5th. We sneak up to 48 points. And we sneak a good 4 points behind Spurs. Albeit those Spurs have a game in hand on us, so we can't discount that. And of course we've got Spurs to come in after the game against Sunderland, which will be our next features. Remember, Sunderland going into that game lying in 13th place. They've got 31 points. They're not safe from relegation either, Sunderland. David Moyes' side. It's not. Nothing's cut and blow dry yet in that particular department at the other end, where we're probably expecting to. Probably expected to be fighting amongst them, and it's amazing really how we've overachieved. We've won the League Cup, we're in the semi-finals of the FA Cup, and it's been an amazing ride. We won't win the league, I've got no doubts. I think Chelsea will be too good for us, but at the moment 5th place is probably what we could have hoped for. We are guaranteed a European place regardless of where we do finish, but we want to finish the last few games of the league in very good form. Anyway, we're going over to the northeast of England now. Furthest north we will go this season in the country, to Sunderland, to the Stadium of Light on a bitterly cold Friday evening. Let's see how we got on against David Moyes' relegation threatens Sunderland. Enjoy the game. Well, here we are at the Stadium of Light. It's a very sunny afternoon, but although a little bit chill in the air for this Friday fixture between 2 sides who were expected both of them to be battling relegation. Burnley though have really overachieved. They're in 5th place, only 4 points off 4th, so they're still in with a real shot of Champions League, and they beat Sunderland there. Really gives them confidence going into that 3rd match next week against Tottenham, the final match of this particular edition. This is how Sunderland line up today. Kazari and Anichebe get the nod further forward. Watch out for Duncan Watmore as well in the middle of the on the flank, and Kazari as well. Katamo is a very good midfielder, and of course Jordan Pickford, who's impressed since winning the goalkeeping jersey, keeps his place in goal. Well, Sam Vokes was always destined to keep his place after that 2-goal blast at Anfield the other night, and here he is. He signs up against his side, and it's the same midfield. In fact, it's the same team that started at Anfield just a few nights ago. Vokes and Rashford proving up at top at the moment. No way back for Balotelli, still for injury. The referee is Martin Atkinson from West Yorkshire. Bright sunshine, but yet no goals to show for it so far, which has been a disappointing 16 minutes, and Kimmich is now penalised. Referee Atkinson taking a lenient view here. A little bit of a late challenge there. So a free kick there for Sunderland in the striped shirts. It's broken in there, Van Harnout, he'll turn. Here's a chance now for Watmore. Shot coming in, it was an easy one for Tom Heaton. He's really had a good season himself in that Burnley goal. Plenty of good clean sheets. Burnley have been quite strong in defence, although they've conceded 1 or 2 awful own goals. One recently against Chelsea, and of course one against Swansea in that thrilling 4-2 win you might have seen in the last episode. Here's Kazari though, tries to break away, and Mangulo, not a good shot I'm afraid, straight in the arms of Heaton. We've played 31 minutes and it's a game that's really been slow to start up, I'm afraid. Here's Sam Vokes, big chance now for Burnley. Sam Vokes, sure, he's going to break the deadlock. Oh, you'd have backed him 9 times out of 10, and the way he's been playing recently, especially at Anfield, when he scored those 2 beautifully taken goals, you'd have backed him here. He beats Pickford, but he blazes over the bar. Well, we're playing to 2 added minutes of what's been a frankly forgettable first half here. Unless Marcus Rashford here can do something spectacular here for Burnley. Rashford trying the shot and a good save by Pickford. Well, that's the first real save that either goalkeeper's really had to make, a meaningful save. And it's been Jordan Pickford's afternoon so far in that department. Still 0-0. After a lacklustre first half, Stephen Defoe and Will Hughes come on to replace the ineffective Kimmich and Henrik. At the moment there's still no idea who's going to probably win this game because it's been so tight. And here comes Sunderland again. Watmore on the far side. Could be a decent cross here from Duncan Watmore. It is. It's in towards Catamo. And that's the best chance really that Sunderland have fashioned in the game. And it came through Duncan Watmore's little dink cross. And in the end the goalkeeper was up to the challenge to deny the former Middlesbrough man Lee Catamo. Here he is now on the ball. He's got Kazari out on the steer side, and Kazari's got his side. Sunderland really having the better of it, and Kazari shoots, and it's wide of the target. Quarter of an hour to play, still hasn't livened up as a contest. Stephen Defoe might liven it up. Good opportunity. Oh, he's put it wide. Stephen Defoe with Burnley's best chance so far in the second half. Struck it okay with his right foot, and in fact hit the outside of the post. Big chance that for Burnley. Burnley coming out strong now in these closing stages. Here's Stephen Defoe again. Antonio showing something's going to come of this. It's Stephen Defoe! Oh, and how has he saved that? Well, Jordan Pickford, well, he gives it the fist bumps, but even he will not know how he's actually managed to save that. He's just flipped it up with his legs, and somehow it's just whizzed over the crossbar. For the goal. Jordan Pickford's made 2 good saves. Soto is heated at the other end. Good tackle there by Shawcross, did really well. Antonio to Rashford. 1 goal you suspect might win it for either one of these sides, and it could be Burnley the likely winners here as Rashford goes on a canter forward. He's got 2 in the middle, and that's a good ball, but just the 2 in the middle weren't gambling enough, but they've got a corner out of it somehow, Burnley. Well, Pickford has made some remarkable saves in what precious little action we've had to make so far. That's the remarkable save with his left leg, flipping it over the crossbar somehow. Here's the corner though, and it's floated in there towards Rashford. It's still not away. Shot coming in off the line almost. Well, almost virtually off the line. And that is the last act of a game that's really been disappointing. Not enough chances created over the 90 minutes. I know all the excitement in the second half came in the latter stages when Pickford made a remarkable save. Apart from that, nothing else to write home about. And I think in balance, a goalless draw is possibly about the right result. So just to play for the Clarice on the road today, it's ended Sunderland 0, Burnley 0. With that 0-0 draw, we stay in 5th place, but remarkably, Spurs have played the same amount of games, but we are now 3 points behind, so we've got Spurs coming up in our next match at Turf Moor. You see where I'm coming from now? Because if we win that game against Tottenham at Turf Moor, we would go above them, potentially on goal difference, because we go into the game with a better goal difference. We've got a plus 15 goal difference to Tottenham's plus 10. So this next game now with Spurs is crucial, because if we can win that game, no matter what the score is, as long as we're in front come the final whistle, then we're into the Champions League places by miracles, and we've scored 50 points as well. So we know we're safe from relegation. We're not going to be fighting any relegation battle. I really did think at the start of the season. And remember, we've played every single game on professional mode, and because of the quality we brought in, it's been that little bit easier. So this game against Spurs, I should say, really big game. It's our final game of episode 15 of the Burnley Career Mode. It's an enjoyable one. Believe you me, stick with me, because this game should be an absolute thrill a minute. So let's get over to Turf Moor and find out what happened as my Claret and Blue Army took on the mighty Spurs at Turf Moor. Turf Moor really packed to the rafters for this particular game. It's 4th versus 5th in the Premier League. John Stutzy knows that any kind of win over Spurs today would move them above Tottenham on goal difference and into that top 4. So 3 points in it, but 3 points could take Spurs 6 points clear of Burnley, but Burnley win would take them above Spurs into the top 4 on goal difference. And this is the Burnley side picked by Stutzy. Stephen Defoe and Will Hughes come back into the side. Mario Balotelli returns from injury, and partners Marcus Rashford in attack. Sam Vokes drops to the substitutes bench. Turf Moor all ready and set for this, what could be a classic encounter now. What about Mauricio Pochettino's cosmopolitan Tottenham lineup? You know, like Burnley now gunning for a place in the Champions League. Mussolera is the goalkeeper. They replaced Lloris. No Harry Kane, of course, because he's out for he's at Manchester United now. Mariban Jib leads the line with Ericsson playing as the false number 10. Dyer and Wanyama are the 2 holding midfielders. And Spurs have got a very good defence as well, but Mussolera could be a weakness for them in goal. So it's all or nothing here at Turf Moor as the teams prepare to get underway. The man in charge of this big game is Andre Mariner. He comes from Birmingham. And here comes Spurs on the early attack, and an early crossing there, which is well plucked out of the air by Tom Heaton. Nice bright sunshine here for the first match here in April. It's the last 2 months of the regular season, and here's Antonio on the break here in the 12th minute of this game, and here comes Rashford. He's through on goal, Mussolera to beat, and there he goes. Burnley take the lead after 13 minutes here at Turf Moor. It's been a lively start from the Clarets, really well worked move. Rashford got in behind, broke the offside trap, and when he got 1-on-1 with Mussolera, absolutely beat the Spurs goalkeeper. All ends up right up into that top corner, as you can see. And Turf Moor is bouncing with delight. The roof has lifted off, and Marcus Rashford registers his 10th goal of the season. 1-0 Burnley. Juve, good ball into Ericsson. He tries to get the shot in, and it's just gone wide of the target. It's Marcus Rashford's goal. That's proving the difference here, and the opening 20 minutes go on, but it's Spurs now with Ericsson. Back to Juve now. A chance here for Juve from Ericsson's pass, and it was a poor effort. And Tom Heaton made it more difficult by narrowing the near post, and it was never going to be beaten from there. And suddenly at the other end we've got Antonio breaking forward here for Burnley. And Burnley could have a real opportunity here, and Rashford again! What a superb header! Goal number 11 this season, and Burnley in a game they wanted to win to go into the top 4, well, they're doing just that. They're winning by 2-0, and Rashford's got both. That's goal number 11 registered this season. Problems afoot now for Pochettino, whose side could be dropping out of the top 4 at this rate. It's 2-0 Burnley after 22 minutes. Dyer. It's away from Trippier. Juve shakes off Trippier, but it comes off Keane for Spurs corner. Now this is where Spurs really have to come back into this game. 11 goals in 20 appearances for Marcus Rashford as the corner is into the danger zone. Comes back to Walker. Shakes off an opponent. Does really well. Carl Walker, good effort. And well held by Tom Heaton. Really did well. The Spurs keeper, Burnley keeper I should say, and then he bowled it out, and then a chance here for Juve again. And again, good tackle. Really good tackle. Well taken quickly. Ball knocked long in there once again. Again, Burnley had 2 bites of the cherry to get that clear, and Rashford's got away again. Rashford now looking to get goal number 3. He's on for the hat-trick. It's Marcus Rashford. Oh, just couldn't keep it down. Mosolera was struggling across his goal. And I tell you what, if that had gone in, there'd have been pandemonium inside Turf Moor. And Burnley could have been 3-0 into the lead. So, substitution at half-time. Andre Gray back from injury, long-term. He replaces Marcus Rashford and he gets 45 crucial minutes. Moussa Dembele replaces the ineffective Victor Wanyama. We're coming up towards 10 minutes gone in the second half, and Spurs really need to get the red game out if they're going to maintain their top 4 position here. And a chance here for Juve. Oh, they've got one back. Oh, but still in here, it's game on at Turf Moor. Mari Banner and Juve with a superb finish. Ericsson laning in. Then a lovely ball from Dembele to set it up. And right into the top corner where Tom Eaton didn't have a chance. Beautiful right-footed curler right into that top corner of the net. And it's back to 2-1 now. And a nervy second half for the Clarets. And Juve gets his first goal amazingly of this season for Spurs. Montero. And the game is very close. 2-1 Burnley lead, but here's Balotelli. He's got Gray waiting in the middle. And what about that for a chance? Oh, good save. Gray should be 3, it is. But all credit to Mario Balotelli, who terrifically escaped the challenges here. Watch that. He just bunny ups over the defender's legs. Goalkeeper can only parry his shot, and Andre Gray gets in front of Danny Rose. And that surely seals Burnley's place for now anyway in the top 4 of the Premier League. Who would have thought it? It's Burnley 3, Spurs 1, and Gray gets his 16th of the season. And that goal from Gray, his 16th, makes him now Premier League top scorer at the moment. And he hasn't lost his goal scoring touch even though he's been out for a long time with injury. And that's a good ball, and Balotelli through. The Spurs defence completely split. And it's there! Well, it just had to be him, didn't it? 4-1. And Balotelli, he's at it again. Mozzarella again, no chance at all. And Gray, Rashford and Balotelli have all scored goals between them today. 4-1 Burnley. And the Mohican man, Balotelli, gets himself one. And that's his 5th goal in Burnley colours in the league this season. 4 to go. Spurs looking a well-beaten side. Remember this game being played on professional. And here's Walker through for Spurs. Good tackle there. Still might come here from Lamela. Shoots wide. Chance there for Spurs to pull it back to 4-2. But just couldn't take the opportunity on offer. And wide it went. To the despair of Mauricio Pochettino there. Well, time is up for Spurs, that's for sure. We're just playing out stoppage time at the end of the game. A game that Burnley have really come to the party. It looked as if it was going to be a lot closer than it was going to be suggested, but as the whistle goes, it's Burnley who are worthy 4-1 winners, and as a result, leapfrog Tottenham on goal difference into the top 4. 2 goals in the first half from Marcus Rashford. Then Mari Banner put Spurs back in it, and then Andre Gray came off the bench. Finished it off after Balotelli had forced a save from Mozzarella, and then Balotelli himself completed a route and makes it the final score here. Burnley 4, Tottenham 1, Burnley for the first time. What a win that is. In fact, I was wrong and miscounted, so we are actually at 1 point ahead of Tottenham. So it wasn't goal difference as we initially thought. We are actually 1 point and better goal difference ahead of Spurs. So that's even better, a point ahead, and we played the same amount of games. It means now that we've got a real chance to really cement our top 4 place in the games coming up in the next episode. We've got another hat-trick of games coming up. Let me tell you what we've got coming up then on the YouTube channel as we say farewell to the to episode 15. This is what's coming up in episode 16. We've got Stoke at home in the first game at Turf Moor, and then we've got 2 away games, one in Teesside and one on Merseyside. The game, the first away game, the second game is against Middlesbrough, our fellow promoted team from last year, and of course we've got to go to Goodison Park as well for the final game of that episode, where we take on Everton as well. And then in episode 17, it's just a double header because we've got Watford in the FA Cup semi-final. Extended highlights of both these games. Watford in the FA Cup semi-final at Wembley. Extended highlights of that, and also extended highlights of our home match with Manchester United. And then it's back to the normal 3 from Palace onwards till the end of the season. But thank you very much for watching episode 15 of the Burnley Career Mode. If you have enjoyed it, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, there's plenty more than FIFA videos going on. There's football commentaries on real life games, football collaborations, that sort of thing. Please subscribe if you enjoy my videos. The Twitter address is at the end. But for me, JB John Stuttard, thank you very much for watching episode 15 of the Burnley Career Mode, and we'll see you for episode 16 very, very soon. Take care. Ta-ra.